What's up, people? I'm feeling a little crazy, very energetic today. Well, after 2 weeks of not doing anything and literally being lazying around like a pig, I actually started working out with my daughter. I had a fun session today, and I did a little bit of weight training, resistance training using resistance band. Did a little bit of body weight training. Did a little bit of cardio and HIIT, high intensity interval training. So, as you would have expected, I'm here to talk about exercises. Enough of boring nutrition tips and disease reversals and lifestyle disorders. I thought I'll talk something about exercises today. So today's topic, as you can see on the heading, is about walking. Walking is not an exercise. Yeah, this might come across surprise to a lot of you. A lot of people, one of the things that they start doing as they think of starting their health and fitness regime is to start walking. Walking is not an exercise. Walking is an activity. So our body needs and spends energy for three things, like I mentioned in the previous video. Three things that we spend energy for. One is for your exercise activity. So all your running, swimming, cycling, gymming, everything is exercise activity. Your body spends energy for that. So that is one. Number two, there is non-exercise activity. Non-exercise activity or all activities which we do as part of our daily living, but is not an exercise. For example, what I'm doing right now, I'm talking, I need energy for that. That's a non-exercise activity. Me nodding my head, me moving my hands, everything is a non-exercise activity, including walking. So if you get up from your sitting room and walk up till your dining room, that's a non-exercise activity. It's not an exercise. So don't think that if you walked for around half an hour, it's an exercise, okay? So that's exercise, non-exercise activity. Third one is metabolic activity, right? Your energy spent by your internal organs. Heart is pumping blood. It needs energy for that, right? Internal organs are functioning. You need energy for that. So these three things put together is where you spend energy, right? That's your calorie expenditure, calorie out, or calorie burnt, whatever that you want to call it as. So that's about exercises. So two types of activities, right? Now, when you look into walking, so how much calories do you burn when you walk? An easy way to figure it out is like this: take your weight in kilograms, multiply it by 2. That is the amount of calories that you burn if you brisk walk for around half an hour. So if see, I'm around 75 kg, so if I brisk walk for around half an hour, I spend roughly around 150 calories is the amount of calories that I will spend. Of course, this depends upon if I'm walking on an uphill or I'm walking down a slope, and my intensity of my walking, everything is a parameter which defines how much calorie. But this is a rough calculation, okay? So that's 150 calories is the amount of calories that I will burn when I'm walking. Now, if I am running, I burn roughly double the amount, right? So that will be 300 calories, right? So that's how amount of calories that you can. Again, as I said, depends upon the pace of your running. Are you run? If, for example, if you're running in a beach, you would spend more calories, obviously, because running through a beach in a loose sand is a lot more tougher and difficult than running on a ground or on a road, right? So it depends on many parameters, as I said. So that's the amount of calories that you will run this thing for a running. Now, what I have seen the clients who come to us often do is that they walk for around half an hour to 45 minutes, and they come back and then they do two extra dosa. They eat two extra dosa or two idli, thinking that, oh, you know what, I did some exercise. The point is, two dosa will be roughly around 200 calories. So you walk for around half an hour, burn 150 calories, come back and eat 200 calories extra. That's where most of the people go wrong, right? So, see, I'm not against walking. Walking is great, better than sitting on your couch and being a couch potato, right? You're at least going out. It's psychologically also it's a great activity. You feel good. You at least get to breathe fresh air. So go ahead and walk, but don't consider that as exercise. That's all I'm saying. So walking is not bad, but it's just not a compensation for exercise. Okay. Now, if not for walking, then what should you do? Uh, uh, See, running is not meant for everyone. If a person is having, say, arthritic knee or is having a lower back pain or a disc prolapse, running might not be a great idea because there's an excessive pressure, wear and tear which could happen on the joint. So it's not a great idea to do. And running is definitely not a good idea if you're overweight, right? And because the chances of injury is much higher. So then what you can do is, primarily, I'm a fan of resistance training. Resistance training is any training which puts muscle fibers across a resistance, thereby breaking muscle fibers. For example, gymming is a kind of resistance training. Yeah, there are different types of resistance training. You can, for example, if you do a pull-ups, that's also resistance training. If you do a push-up, that's also resistance training. Any training wherein you need to deploy your muscles is a resistance training. All household work that we all used to do so many years back is not us, our parents or our grandparents used to do so many years back, is a resistance training. So like, grinding your coconut on that ammikal, or taking couple of buckets of water from a well. All these things are resistance training because you deploy muscle. So what happens in a resistance training is muscle fibers break. So if this is a muscle fiber and if there is a resistance across this muscle fiber breaks. But when one muscle fiber breaks, the body rebuilds this muscle fiber, provided your nutrition is point, there is enough amount of protein and all those things, you're giving enough amount of rest to your body. All these parameters are deciding factors. But body rebuilds it with a stronger muscle fibers, a better quality muscle fibers. So that's how your muscle fibers increase in quality and quantity. And mind you, if your muscle fibers are more, your metabolism or metabolic parameters is much better. So you should always aim at improving your metabolism, right? So resistance training has a direct and immediate impact on improving your metabolism as compared to other kind of exercises. Other kind of exercises also has an impact, but not as much as a resistance training would have. Now, if you do a resistance training for around half an hour, you burn roughly around 250 calories. Yeah, so roughly around 250 calories is what you would burn. Again, depends upon the amount of weight that you have lifted, depends upon the number of repetitions that you would have done, etc. But that's a rough calculations to go by for a 75 kg kind of a person. Now, so if you have noticed, a person who's running and is doing 300 calories, but a person who's done resistance training has done only 250 calories, right? So 50 calories lesser it is. But the thing about resistance training is that there is something called EPOC. EPOC is excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, which means the amount of oxygen consumption that our body takes, or which is directly proportional to the metabolic activity of our person, is much higher if you lift weights, right? So the energy spent due to EPOC by your body even after doing exercises is more but if you do resistance training. So if you do resistance training, which means net, even though it's slightly lesser than the amount of calories that you burn when you run, net, if you look for an entire day, because of EPOC also coming into picture, resistance training ends up burning more calories than cardiovascular activities such as running or swimming, etc. Yeah, but of course you need to do a mix of all kind of activity, because cardiovascular activity is what primarily helps in improving your heart and your lungs. So you should be doing cardiovascular activity, but just don't overdo it. Yeah. So that's basically what I wanted to say. So please go ahead and walk. Walking is great, but it's just that it is not considered an exercise. The amount of calories that I repeat is that multiply your weight by 2. That's the amount of calories that you burn in half an hour of brisk walk. So if you are 75 kg, you burn 150 calories roughly if you burn in around if you walk for around half an hour. And remember, one dosa is roughly around 80 to 100 calories. So yeah, just gave you an information to put things into perspective. So I hope this was helpful and useful. I will be coming up with more stuff around exercises. I think I've been doing too much of a nutrition related information so far. I hope you guys like this, and don't forget to subscribe to our Facebook channel. Click on the like button and click on the follow button. And do invite your friends, comment here, ask your questions, and I'll be more than glad to answer them. All right. So as always, stay healthy, stay fit, stay young. Take care.